Hello everyone, welcome back to GregTech New Horizons. I'm Buford MC, and it's time for another episode. So, as you can see in the top left corner, it's been quite a while since the last episode. I think it's been almost 30 days or so, and I've been using that time exploring a large part of the map, looking for a place to settle down and make a base. So, the village we've been in is up here, and I've been exploring. Now, the last episode, I think we found that silverwood tree from Thaumcraft. That was about right here. Since then, I've really gone far south. I've explored a large area down here. We found quite a few different places. I went over here, explored a large section of this area, and I stayed away from the snowy area. I don't want to go up there. I think I'd already explored that area before. We found a walled village over here. Actually had a smeltery in it. That's something we'll look into later. We'll talk about that in a little bit later. But found a little bit of area that had some fireworks in it. I didn't take those. I left those there. Brick house over here. So we found some stuff along the way, and basically what I was trying to do was find an area to set up a base. So I had a couple of areas I was thinking about, somewhere around here maybe. I really like this area. There's a big lake right here, and I was just thinking this was a nice area. The only problem here, the humidity was only about 40%, so I figured we can probably do a bit better than that. Another area I was thinking about was somewhere up here. There was a nice little valley around here. I thought this may be a good area to do something in. But eventually, I ended up settling on this location right here. Now, as you can see up in the top left corner again, we're in some pretty high humidity here, 90%. And, well, I'll show you, we're in a wet river right now. And up here, we have a rainforest, which is 100% humidity. So, we're pretty much maxed out on the humidity values, and everything is pretty much set in pretty well in terms of humidity. So, this is a pretty nice area for our future, I think, and I think this is where we're going to start to make the magic happen in this mod pack. So, basically what I've done is I've made a trip down from the village just now, brought over some building supplies, and got started in a small little shack. This isn't going to be anything permanent, I don't think. Well, definitely won't be anything permanent. We're going to need something much bigger later on, but this is a good starting point, kind of a little bit of a shack, kind of a stopgap until we make more of a proper base once I have more materials. So, basically that's about what we have right now. Couple of things in this chest, not much. Most of the stuff we have is back in the village still. I'm going to have to make some trips. It'll probably be about 3 or 4 separate trips I'll have to make just to get here with all the stuff, so a lot of stuff to do there. I haven't even got enough building materials. I was using these stone slabs. I found these in some of the villages. Some of the structures have them as well. I only took, I think, like a stack of them, so I ran out, so I got to get more of those, and yeah, that's pretty much where we are right now in terms of that. I do want to try and get at least some of this finished today, and basically what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to use some oak planks. So again, like I said, it's going to be pretty temporary, so not going to be anything too massive, so we're going to do this. I didn't even bring any doors either, by the way. I left those in the village as well, so we don't even have doors yet. So what we're going to do is just kind of go along like this, and on the edges we'll do some, oak wood like that. So won't be a huge thing. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the roof yet. I might leave that for later, something else, because I don't really have a whole lot of stuff on me right now. But we'll make this a little bit taller. And what I want to get done is complete this. Oh, we're out of planks, so let's make a few more. I was going to make a farm as well, but I didn't bring any of the farming materials to do that. Now, food is something we're going to need. The good news is, on my exploration, I found this rainbow curry, which is quite a nice food. I haven't even eaten any of these yet, so we've got just enough to keep us going, so that should keep me going for a while till I can get back to the main area where we got all our food and bring that over and start making a bit of a farm, so that should be quite good for now. Speaking of loot as well, I've gotten some shiny new things here. I've got almost full steel armor now, also some iron boots. All of this I found from various loot chests around the world, so in my explorations I found a ton of loot scattered all over the place. I even found a new sword, steel sword, 6 attack damage, so some upgrades we found along the way, so a couple of good things we found there. Okay, so let's complete this. Might go 1 or 2 more higher. I think I'll leave the roof for later. So let's just try and get this down. Well, actually, I gotta make some windows, but I'll break some holes in here for that. Let's go up 1 higher. I'm gonna need more wood already, I can tell. You only get 2 planks per right now, so you're gonna need quite a bit of wood. And we'll need those planks for other things anyways. I did chop down a ton of trees already. This whole area here was infested with trees, plant life. Very thick forest over here. It is a rainforest, so it's very thick, so I've been working on that. Pretty much since I got to this location, we've been trying to settle ourselves in, so that's pretty much what we've been doing. Okay, so don't know if I should go up one more high or not. We're gonna have a roof, so yeah, what I might do is, I think I'll go one more higher, and then I'll probably come back with a roof afterwards. Now, I was also gonna, like I said, I was gonna set up a farm in this episode as well, but I didn't bring any of that equipment, so I might save that for maybe the next episode. We'll see, I might do another episode on that. I was wanting to do both of these in one, but I have to wait for that because I didn't have the equipment. Yeah, so I'll put a roof in. Let's actually see what I have if I fall down here. Yeah, I don't have much. Cobblestone. I mean, we could put that in. I might change it. Yeah, let's just do that just so we have some sort of a roof. This isn't going to look pretty. I'll most likely change this, but better to be safe than sorry in this pack. Mobs can be brutal, even though we do sleep through the night. Although I will point out we do have blood moon, so in that case, we have to be a bit more careful. Because you can't sleep through a blood moon. I'm just missing everything right here. Okay. I can see nighttime's quickly approaching. I am going to put some windows in this as well. Yeah, so I was thinking maybe put some windows here. I do quite like this area, by the way. There's a lot of nice little water here. Got a huge mountain over here. And actually, let me go to sleep first, and then I'll show you kind of what I'm thinking. A couple other reasons why I think this is a good location for us to settle in. So, around our current area, we've got a couple of useful things. First of all, there's a ton of clay here. There's also a ton of clay right along the river, not even in the river, kind of right along the side of the banks on either side. Just a ton of clay all over the place. We need a lot of clay going forward. There's a ton of it in here as well. Another material we're going to need a lot of going forward is sand. We have 2 types of sand. There's the red sand here, which I did check to see if it will be useful for us. I think we can use that as well as normal sand. Ton of it over here in the desert. There's a normal sand over here in case we absolutely have to use that. And then the other material we're going to need a lot of in the future, I think, is gravel, which I think we can find some of that around here. We'll see. I'll have to go looking around for that. Actually, let me extend this path while I'm out here as well. I need some more planks, yeah. You go through wood like crazy in this pack already, just for building this. But I'll probably be rejigging this little shack for now until, again, this is all temporary until we get a proper base set up. Oh, we can't make glass anytime soon. I do want to point that out. Now, I was going to use an alternative solution. We had some iron bars in the village. The only problem was I can't break those yet, so at least not with my current pickaxe, so I can't really put any sort of windows in. Let's see what else we want. We want to actually, let's do something like this. I was going to make it too wide, but yeah, then the mobs are just going to be able to come right in, I think. Maybe, let's go to lower level. Just keep it all on the same level for now. I think some of those planks fell out as well. I'm going to try and get those into my way back here. A lot of squids, by the way, in these waters. Actually, let's put one in the middle. Let's do something like that. Yeah, that looks fine. Alright, that looks pretty good. Let's see if we can get some of these planks. And, yeah, so we've got a lot of work to do here. I've got to clear out a large section of this forest here, and what I'm actually also going to do is I'm going to fill in a large section of this water here with dirt, so we've got a nice area so we can do some farming. Now, water is also by itself is going to be very important to some recipes here coming up, I believe, so we're going to want to make sure that we do have some water puddles around. That's why I've left some around so that we can actually use those. So, yeah, that's pretty much where we are settling into in this base right now. So, yeah, I've got to get some more stuff. I'm going to put another crafting table here. I think I'll put maybe, I think I'm going to put 2 furnaces, 1 here, 2 here, and then we'll see kind of what else we have. In terms of storage, we're doing good. I could probably add some more chests on top of these if I need more for now, so this should set us up for at least the time being. And then, yeah, I might come back with another episode where we make a farm. I'm going to fill probably all of this in with dirt. I'm going to have to go get a ton of dirt, ton of different stuff. And that's pretty much where we are. So this is a nice area. This is kind of where we're settling in. Now, I actually, before I forget, I do want to point out something else. There is something that's a bit of a negative thing nearby. Now, as long as we stay far away for the time being, I don't think they're going to bother us. But over there, you can see it, a little bit of the dark spot there. There's a Thaumcraft obelisk. And it's not just a normal obelisk. There's those kind of red guys there, and they're real powerful. You don't want to go anywhere near them at this stage, I don't think. They can tear us down quickly, but they also, I think, can shoot fire. I think some of them are infernals. They can shoot fire. And, yeah, a lot of trees around here. I don't want to start a massive forest fire. I might try and bow them down from afar. I did bring over this longbow. I think I showed that before. Has power 2 and breaking 1. I actually have 6 arrows. It's probably not enough. We're going to need much more than that, but we have some stuff there. I probably won't do that right now. I'll just steer clear from those guys for now, but I did want to point that out over there. And, yeah, that's pretty much where we've settled in for right now. I do want to do one more thing also before we end the episode. I want to climb up to the top of that mountain, kind of get a nice view of this place. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to travel deep into this jungle over here. Well, rainforest, I guess. Feels like a jungle. We do have ocelots here. Let's take a bite of some rainbow code. Yeah, so I'm going to probably clear out a large part of this forest in this corner here. Probably chop into, or dig into the side of this mountain around here. It is a big mountain, and a lot of stuff around here. And actually, another thing also that's going to be useful for us nearby, and I'll probably get a good view of it when we get to the top of this mountain. It's a tall mountain, so it'll take a bit of time to get up there. But it should provide a pretty spectacular view, I think, of this whole place. You can see cows up here as well. Now, actually, this is good right here on loan. Stained clay. We're going to need that. That's a long ways away from being something we need, but it will be useful. But that is what I really am interested in. A lot more stained clay on these cliffs over here, so that will be something quite useful. And obviously, that's a long ways away. I'm thinking quite a ways. That's going to be something we're going to need to get. Oh, what was it? I'm trying to think of that now. I'm trying to get up this mountain at the same time. So we're trying to get some aluminum. So that's going to be a good source of that, but that's long ways from now. So we'll have to try and get to that at some point. Oh, I see some trees up here. Cherries? Anything else? Okay, some nutmeg. Take it. Okay, I think this is the top actually, isn't it? Yeah, so on this side we have some other forest over here. And what did we get over here? Oh, that's just some of that black granite, I think. Oh, basalt, excuse me. Yeah, and this is the view from the mountain. Let's see if we can get on top of one of these trees, actually. Yeah, there we go. This will be a nice view. Yeah, so there we go. That's where all the magic's going to happen. You can't really see much of the actual water section, but yeah, so things are coming together. So I've spent a lot of time. Yeah, there's those guys. I kind of like the way those look, but you can really see it. It's all looking good right here. We're going to try and make this pretty. Things are going to come together in this area, and I'm really looking forward to it. So, with that being said, we've finally made some progress. Things are starting to come together, and in the next episode, I might come back, make a farm, so we might carry on with developing this plot of land, and from there, we'll probably be working our way into the Stone Age, in fact. We have unlocked that quest line. We finished the final main quest event, so it begins last time. So next time we'll probably start getting into more of the Stone Age. We have unlocked it, so that's probably where we're going to go from there. So I'll see you next time.